The first thing I had to do for installing the pump is to raise the shelves on some blocks in order to get more space for my reservoir. The reservoir that I'm going to use for this is just a Sterilite 32 quart storage container that I got from Lowe's. The main hose for this setup is going to be this piece of 3/4 inch tubing, which is 7 feet long. I got this size. It's a 3/4 inch rather than a half because the 3/4 inch tube will provide less resistance to the water flowing up the tube to the top level. This is the 3/4 inch plug that I put in one end of the hose. It was fairly difficult to insert because this hose is so stiff. The main pump I got for this is this ECO Echo Plus 633, which will pump about 600 gallons per minute. This is a case of the good idea for building systems sometimes is to get more capacity than you think you'll need. That if you go right to the edge of your capacity by buying too little, you may end up having nothing. You can always throttle back a larger pump or shorten the time that it runs. I got this at Hydroponic Connection in San Francisco. These guys do a lot of business with various growing communities, and I expect that they stock these pumps because they find them to be reliable and durable. This is an impeller type pump. That's one reason why you have to have larger capacity, because water will tend to flow back against the pump while it's running if you don't have enough push. And also, when you shut off this pump, because of its design, the water will flow back down the tube, which also helps drain the water out of the hydroponic system. This digital timer is the other critical component of this system. This system has 8 programs. It can turn on and off 8 times a day, and the runtime can be set down to the level of 1 second, which is the kind of control you may need for your system. This set of shelves is only 16 inches wide, and of course the trays are 20 inches. So when I put 3 trays on each shelf, which is the maximum capacity, I do want them to hang over on both sides. And this means that I'm working out an arrangement to have the vertical line up from the pump stand out a couple of inches from the edge of the shelf. I've got this piece of 3/4 inch PVC about 3/4 inches long and my kind of little drill press thing there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 7/32 inch holes at 90-degree angles on opposite ends, and this will allow me to thread this together using zip ties. Here you can see how the riser is attached to the PVC pipe that is attached to the shelf, just hanging the tube from the shelf and then connecting on the back there with zip ties. I ended up putting standoff devices at 3 levels. Here's the second level above the bottom, and here we have the third level somewhere in there. You can barely see it, I guess. There we go. There's that white pipe in there. See there? That's the end of the pipe. And then here's the top level. So the main line ended up being straight enough based on this kind of maneuver. I would definitely say that in the next version of this system, I'm going to try to use PVC. I think that'd be a lot easier. The question I have is how to adapt this pump to PVC. It came with an adapter that goes to a garden hose, so then I need to have an adapter that goes from garden hose to 1/2 inch PVC or 3/4 PVC. I think I've seen some of those online, but I definitely did not find them at Lowe's, and I don't think I found them at Home Depot either.